Hey everybody, and welcome to Front Seat Friday. I'm Coffee Traveler, and I have AlexCA here. He coached me on Hades. This legend has a 15 streak on fresh file to completion. Welcome in, my man. How you doing?
Not MFTC. Just regular fresh file.
Oh yeah, sorry, not completion. Sorry, I meant to kill Hades. A fresh file to kill Hades. A 15 streak, which I believe is a world record right now.
Yes.
On your own personal, when you make up your own category, it feels good, right?
Definitely does, yes.
Hey, this category doesn't exist. Let me make this category. For Front Seat Friday, you're coming to me for coaching. We're talking about Brotato today. Hello to Dream Discharger. How you doing? Thanks for the follow. What's your Brotato woes currently?
I keep dying late somehow, even though you said that probably shouldn't happen given a good enough build.
A good enough
start.
I'm
probably building my stuff wrong, which is why I'm coming for building advice here.
Yeah, so we'll play any potato you want to play, and then we'll just talk about the picks as they come up, and then we'll argue about them.
I've been trying to win with Gladiator as of recently, so I think go and introduce me to that.
Some Gladiator, sure. Let's go with Gladiator. Click. The thing about Gladiator is I like, and maybe you've seen this on the stream, I like starting like a single tagged item, because you're aware that the tags on the items mean something, and the shop will try to target an item, well, a weapon that you have, and it will try to give you an item from that tag. Are you aware of this in the shop?
Yes, I remember hearing that, and I tried that for the few runs I did of this.
Yeah, one of the other things is for Gladiator, I've thrown one of my runs by picking up a Power Fist, and the explosions from Power Fist turned off all of my lifesteal. Because you have such high attack speed, it turned off my lifesteal pretty hard, because there would just be gaps where my weapons used to be hitting things, and I'm just like, oh shit, I'm gonna die, and then I died. So one of the things I would urge is that because you have such high attack speed, that lifesteal is going to be so much more valuable on this character, because you're like throwing the weapon so much more, right?
Right. I'm at the same time that you are saying this, booting up the game as well, and yeah.
Yeah.
Just so I can try and follow the advice and play at the same time. That sounds like a fun idea.
Yeah, we can play both of these down. I'm gonna start Thief Dagger. You can start Knife or Thief Dagger. 3, 2, 1. In this particular one, you just again, I assume you run at the enemies as well too, and not a problem there. You've shown wins already, so my streamer client has given me a tree, so I hope you have the streamer client installed.
Yeah, I've gotten the tree on Wave 1 as well, just about now.
All right, we're being offered melee damage, HP, luck, and ranged. What would you pick here?
I would probably try for either the max HP so I can live longer, or melee damage. Though I think luck is probably correct to get for higher rarity items later on.
Oof, I don't like any of that. But I would prefer this flat melee damage if you're taking any of these, or at least 1 or 2 rerolls for harvesting. Because you want to set yourself up for the biggest long-term gains, and harvesting does that. I don't think battling luck right now.
I've got range damage, attack speed, elemental damage, or max HP. Do you roll?
I would roll twice. Put it in your mind of how much you're going to roll to find harvesting on wave 1, and I usually roll twice if I'm going to roll. There are characters like Entrepreneur that start a low amount of money that you don't want to do that on, but for me here on this set, I take melee damage or reroll. The rest of these are unappealing. To note, I understand you're playing on the mobile client, which is fine, and you will have a little bit more downward pressure in terms of getting more HP due to the controls being kind of jank. They're kind of jank. I've played a little mobile Brotato. It's pretty jank. Anyone else getting freezing lag? Not just me. We are dropping frames. Fuck. I will have to just not do this. My internet is jacked. I'll phone you in. I'll let you know. I'm just going to drop the Discord streaming, and then we should go back to good. If y'all refresh and chat there, all the frames should be back. I was streaming live too, Alex. So I'm going to reroll twice. We see dodge, damage, damage percent, attack speed, or range. I'm going to roll one more time. And then I'm going to take whatever shows up. So I saw no harvesting, but I'm going to take a max HP here because HP regen, elemental damage, and range damage don't do anything. It feels bad, but you don't want to reroll all your money away and not get any weapons, right? Because I think a lot of people that show up on Reddit have like rolled away their life and are like, why did I lose? I have one row of items. And it's like, well, you rolled away your life. Like, so, thief, dagger, rock, head injury, snake. I assume you've watched my content, so we just take weapons and like go, right?
Yeah, try to fill the weapons as much as possible.
Yeah. I would not take this rock because it's double tagged on the passive. And it's gonna screw up like finding enough weapons and other things, right? So I would not take this like double passive item here. We're going to take like a thief dagger, and I'm going to take this ghost flint. It's a single tagged item, and the other item's pretty good. But like I would also
dropping frames hard, by the way. You might.
Why?
Yeah, we're about 10 seconds behind. 20
okay.
maybe.
Why though? I'm just talking to you. I'm not even live streaming anymore. That's so annoying. I don't know what's happening. Maybe my partner is working right now, so maybe she's uploading files or something to whatever. And I have new internet on its way this month, so we have stopped dropping frames again. One of the things that like new players may not want to take on the ghost flint is that when you have the passive on the ghost flint, it like deals you more damage, so it can be spooky early. So you could hold out for a like a fist, but like a single tagged item is what we're looking for. Let's hold out. Yeah. Let's hold out. Let's go wave 2.
I'm being offered charcoal. Do I take charcoal?
In the first 2 shops, you take no items unless it's fertilizer.
Okay.
Is like a general idea. You can if you like that item, save it for later. Charcoal I don't super love because it has minus harvesting on it. I'm not a big fan. But in shops, yeah, shops 1 and 2, like you just want weapons. I'm being offered max HP, speed, luck, and attack speed at tier 2. What would you like here?
I would either, as you said, roll for harvesting or try to take the max HP because low HP scary.
Because low HP scary. I think the low HP scary is like your speed is probably going to help you more than taking 3 HP. And then also low HP scary because you don't have enough damage. This tier 2, like for me, I'm going to take this attack speed because it's being offered at just a tier 2. Blue card is like blue, right? What's with the slideshow Twitch Pontius? If you refresh, you will stop. Oh my god, I am dropping all the frames. Hold on, let me... Right as we try to do anything, the stream was fine. I don't understand. I'm not downloading anything. Steam, are you like downloading anything? Nope. Windows update. Are you doing anything? You're not? Okay. Well, I'm just literally being fucked by my internet provider. Let's see if I turn down the bitrate just a little bit. Because like a call with you on Discord should not be a problem, but it apparently is. Output 2500. Apply. We just try to have lower bitrate, it'll be good. Rough. I believe the audio is still coming through.
Yes.
So that's good. I'm a big fan of that. So like I would take the blue card as blue here, right? Because you're actually getting like double the stats for the blue card. You're being offered so like and this is like a rare on Gladiator. You're gonna have enough attack speed later, but like you don't have attack speed now. And I stream that stream for coaching? Probably not. Also, the scary thing of having somebody else stream their screen into my stream is terrifying. I'm never letting that happen, I don't think. And I'm not saying, Alex, you would ever do that, but the thought of like somebody else's screen being shown onto my OBS into my stream and then get like dinged for that or something, like say someone's like a malicious actor or something. Like you're definitely not. It's definitely not you. But like, it's just terrifying. Like how, like, oh my goodness. We're being offered Thief Dagger, Spear, Bat, and Bag. What are your thoughts here?
Probably just buy the Thief Dagger, try to fill the weapon slots further.
Yeah, I would
Would
also
be
buy
my
the
guess.
Spear here because it's a single tagged item. It thrusts as well too. Even though Spear, we don't like Spear around here, it will give you more attack speed as well. One of the other things to do once, like, we don't have any money, but like say like if you had money left over, you could combine down the Thief Daggers, which we'll do at some point. But I'm still surprised we haven't seen any of the other precise weapons. Usually you see Lightning Shiv and Dagger and knife, and then also you see claw, so then you can see fist, right? This has been a very weird start to a game in the sense that you're just seeing all Thief Dagger, but having 6 weapons also just like is very, very safe, right? It ups your damage. We need to get you on the harvest train and dying like in wave 7 because you took too much harvesting and have no damage. Like, and then you pair it back from there, right? But if you're dying at wave 20, it's because you just don't have enough scaling, right? You haven't scaled into the game early enough.
Yeah, makes sense.
All my frames are just annihilated. It was totally fine up until now, so I'm not sure. Well, we're gonna muscle through. The frames will be gone, but the audio will be here. We're being offered lifesteal, attack speed, crit, and max HP. What we thinking? My guess would be you would want the max HP.
Yes, I very much like max HP early because I'm probably going to take a lot of damage early on and would be at risk of dying even on wave 1 or 2.
Interesting. I would think that we could shore that up by getting you more damage and killing them before, like say a charging alien's coming in. We want to be able to kill that alien before it reaches us, and we don't have enough damage. Well, then the aliens are going to pile up even more. So like your aversion to taking damage and thinking HP is going to save you, I think is the wrong thinking. That makes sense, especially with precise weapons, because like this crit is like interesting, and even this attack speed is like pseudo interesting here. But I think the crit is like more interesting, if not re-rolling for percent damage or melee damage, or I think even armor is going to save you more than 3 HP right now. Well, like I think your a joy of max HP is killing you a little bit in the early waves because it allows you to run away from big packs of aliens, but we're here to kill aliens for their juicy monies and XP, right?
Makes sense. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so stacking too much HP early is like a detriment to killing the whole wave. Like if you're not killing the whole wave, you don't have enough, you're not scaling yourself into the game, and you're going to die at wave 20, like very often, right? I think that's why multitasker with a stick was so easy, because you're just like, wow, I'm annihilating the whole wave, and I have such safety from so many weapons, right?
Yeah, I could just take HP there and still have damage. That makes sense.
Yeah. So due to having some precise weapons, I would say take this crit or like reroll would be like the thought. We also get rewarded with like a lightning shiv here. I don't think there's much to talk about other than buy the items. Do you like cake or weird food here? I assume yes on the cake, and probably yes on the weird food.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, me
Don't
too.
have dodge anyways, so minus dodge shouldn't do much.
No downside. Yeah, no downside. I don't think it matters in the order that we take them, but we're gonna take the cake first because it has very like low downside. One of the other things that you may find nice is that the spear has like such long range, and it does solve tomorrow's problems. And since it's mixed with the thief daggers solving today's problems, it does thin out the wave quite a bit. And having like good movement.
Yeah, something I noticed is that a spear is really comfortable if you're running away from enemies because you get swarmed or something. You can just attack from the side, and you should still be dealing damage.
Yeah, I find spear by itself. Yeah, spear by itself is pretty bad, but if you can mix it with some other items, it is solving tomorrow's problems. Is the way I like to describe it. Right? It's like often La La Land solving tomorrow's problems. We're being offered movement speed at tier 1, tier 1 luck, tier 2 attack speed, and tier 1 range damage. Also John with cake. Yeah, absolutely.
And stream is still lagging, so
Yeah, it
that's
is
fun.
fucking dying. It is not a good day for streaming. Like I have literally lowered my bit rate.
Possibly attack speed here.
I wouldn't mind attack speed because like I don't think you can ever cap out on attack speed. Well, not ever, but like attack speed is safety, right? Because it's damage and it's killing things. So this is actually like one of your safest things to take now. Even though the character says get different weapons, get more attack speed, it's still fine. It's also being offered. Blue card is blue, right? Like we're getting premium stats. Or level 5 level up, there's harvesting. So all these are tier 2. So harvesting, damage percent, melee damage, or engineering.
And stream. Harvesting or melee damage, I think.
Yeah, I like both of those. Percent damage is also a thing because we love minus percent damage. Like all 3 of these are takeable for different reasons. The thing I would say is we have 0 harvesting. We've missed out on like at least 3 harvesting from, you know, the end of wave, you know, level ups. So I like harvesting. I would not bemoan either of any 3 of these choices though. All these 3 choices are good for different reasons. Because you could say that the damage on the thief daggers is too low and go for the flat melee damage, right? Because the thief daggers are very, very low damage. They start at 6.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So all of these are like very takeable. We'll just click harvesting here. But if you took any of those, like I think that's good. We're gonna buy the weird food from last round. We're gonna auto buy the claw here because it gives us more attack speed, and it's one of the like passives we're looking for. Because if we find the unarmed, if we find fist, like it's very good. So this like 1 extra tag on claw is a weapon we're already looking for. And then how do you feel about injection and lemonade here?
Injection is damage, but scary.
But scary,
I usually take it though early on.
Yeah,
because I've already taken plus max HP, I wouldn't feel so bad taking the minus max HP.
Yeah, it is spooky. But the thing is, it allows you to like also kill your enemies. Yeah, exactly.
Random wave 7 death. Love to see it. Well,
you are splitting your attention as well too, and recontextualizing yourself across 2 games is probably a lot. I'm just gonna buy both as well. I think both of these are good and hit a reroll here. What do we think about Plank, Cactus Club, Gentle Alien, or Shark Bullet?
Gentle Alien for the extra enemies, also its damage.
Always.
And extra
health.
enemies later on can be scary, but it's going to be extra resources.
Correct. Like we want it to like not be that scary because it's scaling and other things. What do you think about this Cactus Club?
Cactus Club has 2 tags, so that doesn't sound too good.
We already have one of the tags though.
Also, we have like 0 scaling on range damage, so we're not going to get any value out of that.
The only character that gets value out of that is going to be Generalist, and even then it's like not good. So you almost, the thing that the Cactus Club does for this secondary is that it gives you so much life steal. All of these spines like being thrown into all the other enemies, every single one of those spines can life steal. So every time you have a Cactus Club. The other thing it gives, the passive on Primitive will give you 3 more health if you buy it. And it gives you like 20 more attack speed. Gamer Hero, hello. We're doing some coaching with Alex here. He's asked for some feedback on how to play. So like one of the things you could do, I would never take Plank. The explosions turn off lifesteal later. Not good. And it has 2 new passives, right? Oh, not 2 new passive. It has 1 new passive, explosive, but we don't want the explosive passive. I would say take the Cactus Club because we get to combine up the Thief Dagger and get 1 new weapon, and the Gladiator like extra attack speed is like so good here. So it's like an interesting like small like change where this primitive gives you like that 3 HP, right? The primitive passive, and then we can like get rid of Claw or get rid of Shiv if we find more primitive weapons. Like you find a hatchet, you find like the other, like you find stick. We can get rid of these. Or if we find more of these, we can get rid of these 2 later. And it's like also a perfect buyout. So the extra 20 attack speed is like so safe because you're at 80 attack speed. So let's take a look at how this wave looks. Bimka with the lurk, sure, for sure. So like that's like the interesting thing here is that taking like more damage and clearing out the whole wave, because like even if you take HP and you survive the wave, you're not thriving on the wave, and every wave that you just survive and you have a big clump of aliens that you've been running away from for the whole wave, that's minus like 75 money and 75 XP that could have been spent into like thriving, right, as it were.
For this character, I've just seen a question in chat that without a doubt it's multitasker with a stick. Then you just stack up on the bajillion sticks and it feels so good.
Yeah, it
the
does.
whole way through.
I've talked to Alex about a bunch of the easy wins. Gamer here, hello, welcome in, and thank you for the follow. I would agree with multitasker stick. It's just cozy. Like, I don't know what it is. You just brain out, stick on, and you just go for it. The way that the 12 weapons sit around your character, it feels like they have extra range as well too. You're just a battalion and nothing can touch you. We're being offered all at tier 1, harvesting, luck, crit, and lifesteal. What are we feeling about any of this?
The question becomes how much harvesting is too much harvesting. Now we're at 9. Surely we can take one more.
Sure. It's too much harvesting when you're not killing the whole wave is like a way to think about it. And then I find that 5 harvesting a wave is a good amount, and a lot of harvesting is like 10 a wave. If you're above 10 harvesting a wave, oh my god, you have stacked harvesting to the moon. So like 5 a wave is like a cozy amount. So we're like under my metrics in that way, but also see harvesting, take harvesting. I would also not mind the crit, and I would probably mind the lifesteal. We'll find lifesteal elsewhere. But also, yeah, Gamer Hero, sorry for the low bit rate here. I don't know what's happening to my internet. I don't have much control over it, but ever since I booted up the call with Alex, we're gonna be dropping frames. We're gonna muscle through. We do have a secondary level up. This is level 7, so tier 2 melee, and then tier 1 engineering, elemental, or speed. What are we thinking?
Waiting for stream to catch up.
Yeah, for sure.
Melee damage is blue. I like it.
Yeah, blue card is blue. I also would not mind if you took this speed, because I think a little bit more speed early in your games, the way that you're talking about, the way that you understand the game, that extra 3% speed allows you to get away from the tiny lavender aliens, the very light colored ones. They move faster and faster, and if you don't have like 3% speed, you're gonna like turn too sharply and they're gonna hit you. I don't know if you've experienced this on like
scale?
the speed on aliens goes up every wave. I don't know the exact scaling on the like speed per aliens, but if you don't have about 3% speed by wave 9, those little tiny lavender aliens will catch up to you. The ones with like very low hit points. We're gonna take this. Yeah. We're gonna take the gentle alien from last time. I'm going to combine up a lightning shiv, no questions, and then we can talk about a chopper tier 1 and a spear tier 2. Because that'll actually.
What do you sell Cactus Club ever?
When you're being offered more precise weapons, or if I'm offered a fist. If I'm offered a fist or another precise weapon, because we could still see knife and fist, and then I would ditch the spear and the Cactus Club for a knife and a fist. Because right now it's giving me 3 hit points and it's actually doing like a reasonable job. If we look at damage, right? They all kind of did the same. I combined the lightning shift so you can't see the damage on it. But the lightning shift probably did the most due to like the way the bounce happens. The spear doing a bunch too. So it's like interesting to see here. I probably would not buy this spear, and I probably would not buy the chopper. I'd probably re-roll to go find other items. Would be my thought here. But I think some people would buy the spear or ditch a weapon to then buy the spear to maybe combine. But right now I want a blue thief dagger so we can combine these and have a red thief dagger. It's like kind of the thought. I don't think I ever take a jousting lance because this applies to like all your damage sheet when you stand still. On the
it has medieval tag, which I believe we don't have yet.
That's correct. It is a single tagged item, but the medieval tag is like not good for us right now. So I'd probably buy this Cactus Club, or re-roll for more. We could go find more.
Combine that. That makes sense.
Yeah. Because we got.
Statue looks fun. A bit expensive though.
Statue is probably even janker to play on mobile. Statue is like a ton of stats as well too. Like this is like, what is that, tier 8 in stats or something to think about, or tier, or even higher, maybe it's tier 10 in stats. Forget. No, it's not tier 10. It's like tier 8 in stats because 5%. So like you're getting 8 tiers worth of stats for speed. You're getting, this is costs like 3 tiers of stats because like tier 1 speed is 3 and tier 1 attack speed is 5. So this is the way that you can think of how you're trading, with the downside of you have to stand still. Can be kind of a downside, but it is so much attack speed. We don't ever take it on this character because we have so much baked in attack speed. I'm also going to roll one more time and get rewarded here pretty heavily. So now it's like the thought of like we go and pivot into the primitive weapons, right?
Oh, an idea I heard on Zyru's stream one time was, does having extra range make your attack speed actively worse?
It makes attack speed better because the longer the range is, the slower, the faster it speeds up the animation, the more attack speed you have. You can see this happen on one-armed. It has so much like attack speed. We could even see it happen here. You'll see that the spear like animation happens faster, so it makes your attack speed more valuable. When you have minus range, it makes your attack speed less valuable because the minus range will improve the attack speed of the weapon. So my thought here is that we pivot into the primitive weapons, even though like the elemental weapon not very good, but this hatchet very good. So we could ditch some weapons and go primitive, or we could just keep our weapons. Like we could just vibe and keep our weapons. Because also like this scales on attack speed, so we could ditch probably our other thief dagger and take the hatchet, because then we have 2 weapons that scale on attack speed.
I was thinking that to get the extra attack speed from having one of each unique weapon.
Yeah. And then these 2 scale on attack speed anyways, right? This is 15%. And now I probably want some more range, because this is a very short range weapon. This is a very short range weapon. Like everything's kind of short range. So like that's like the other thought here.
We only have a spear for range.
But you have so much attack speed that I think I don't have to move this entire wave due to our high attack speed. Like that hatchet is giving you a ton of safety. Like if we just like sit and not move, right? Like let's say I believe that the mobile controls are much worse for you. Well, like I should not be doing crazy movements, right? Like we should just be doing like little tiny movements that, you know, because like you've seen some of my gameplay when we're facing off on mom with Jack. Like some of that gameplay is not reproducible on mobile, right? Like that is like not feasible. I feel it's like unreasonable for me to ask you to like outperform on mom on Jack, right? Like on mobile.
Anytime I see I see a bunch of AoEs near me pop up, I panic. So that's fun.
Just panic. With the 100% attack speed, though, this character's very safe.
50% of the field is covered by those AoEs, so you have to quickly reposition myself. And I'm not the greatest.
And your thumb is covering like a third of the screen as well too, because you're touching the screen.
Pretty much.
So the bottom left corner is unplayable, and you're just like, well, this is weird. So I will try to also do my movement in ways that are conducive to like mobile, right? And also conducive to newer players. We have tier 1 attack
alternatively manually cover a quarter of the bottom 2 sides of the screen.
Yeah, just cannot play the bottom left corner of the screen. Like you can't play it. We have tier 2 luck, tier 1 attack speed, tier 1 melee damage, and tier 1 range damage for our level up.
Melee or luck, we already have enough attack speed, and range doesn't matter.
I agree on both of these. This like makes our healing situation better, that all the aliens will drop more, and it's being offered at a premium, and I feel our damage is like already good, right? We're being offered snake, dynamite, scope, and fairy.
Waiting for stream to catch up, of course.
Yeah, you're fine. I just keep seeing the frames drop, and I'm so sad that I can't run a stream and a phone call at the same time. This has never been a problem in the past, but this is why I'm switching carriers this month. I'm trying to coordinate with them, so I have
Fairy
no
would be
downtime.
insane on Renegade, but we're not playing that right now.
Fairy can get insane, but I don't like
And
taking a speculative fairy, right? You've maybe heard my rant, but if this costs like 10 to 15 materials per one regen you're getting at the time of pickup, it's pretty good. But taking a speculative one, especially when like buying these are like crap for us and it's just regen. If this said like plus 10 on it though, I would buy it. I'd like 100%. Oh, we have a bunch of tier 1 items we've already bought. We've invested most of our money into our weapons, even nuked a weapon as well too. So yeah, I agree with your take on Fairy in that like it's like at 5 and being speculative not great when we could go buy other things.
Anyhow, probably roll this because there's nothing of use here, nothing to buff up the melee or attack or crit or whatever stats.
Yeah.
Or speed even.
I agree 100% with that. Scared Sausage, Hand, Claw Tree, and Acid are our 4 picks that have shown up.
I like Claw Tree. I don't know.
Well, you're max HP. I'm a Claw Tree enjoyer. You get tier 1.
Also, yeah, Acid, this set looks really comfy right now. It would probably eat up too much money and you're going to complain, but I like Acid here.
No, it has no downside. The downside, I also like Acid here as well too. We haven't taken like any max HP. It is very expensive, but sometimes the very expensive items are good for you because you're getting like what, tier 1, tier 2 like HP or something, but no downside. So it's a little pricey, but you're not paying much more than 10 per HP on this. So we're gonna take both of these. I also like Claw Tree for its efficiency. What is this? Is like 0.3 of a tier of max HP for tier 1 crit and half a tier of melee damage. It's very efficient. All the crit items are so good in this game, right? Eros Rising in chat, I'm 100% taking Fairy here. I'm a known Fairy hater.
1,000, you misread.
Yeah, 1,000%. Oh my god. See, I don't even know how to read. So the problem with this wave that you may have been having in the past is that because you took so much HP, you just don't have the damage, and then you're probably running from a big clump of aliens. So our target priority
Not really, no.
Not really? Okay, good. Good to hear.
My goal there is to destroy the eggs as much as I can, since I'm going to have issues otherwise.
Yeah, the other alien that's going to give you problems if you have low damage on this wave is that bone alien wandering around, because it heals all the aliens. And you're like, if you have very low damage and you're just going to try to make it through, kill that alien as well too, right? And again, I'm trying to not move like in crazy ways. We're just chilling. We have 2 HP regen, 3 speed, movement speed, 15 range, and 6 dodge being offered.
We already have negative dodge there. I don't think there's much of a point of buffing that up again.
I agree.
Probably take the speed or HP regen.
Or
roll potentially.
Yeah, I like the speed here because we're getting up to like wave 9 and we're like at 0 speed. I would take either of those, like, to be honest. Vigilante Ring, Cactus Club, Spike Shield 2, and Landmines.
Vigilante Ring should be insane scaling for later.
It is early enough. I don't like taking past like wave 10, and I don't feel that we have problems right now. So like, since I feel that we don't have problems killing the whole wave, I absolutely agree taking it. I'm going to skip all the rest of this. I don't think there's much to talk about. And then we get Book, Mouse, Charcoal, and Mushroom. Stream will catch up some year. The most scuffed front seat Friday of all time, but at least the audio's coming through.
I think Mouse is still good.
Mouse
it's
is
extra
insane.
Enemies, even though you lose harvesting, you're still getting more money and XP out of.
Yeah, this is always a net positive, and we get to utilize the lifesteal greatly because our Cactus Club and other things, all the other things like.
Not sure about Charcoal though.
I'm a skip.
That's still a take.
It's probably still it could be a save and like take it. We're out of money, so I'm just gonna go next wave. Otherwise, we'll be sitting here talking all day for sure. But yeah, you could save and take that. Trickle's probably pretty good because you get a little bit of value out of it from the lightning shiv. Miss Willowitch, hello, how are you? Oh, I'm dying to talking to chat. Classic. Run my mouth, die. So one of the things is, like, if you have enough attack speed and damage, you can sit in the mosh pit in the middle. Oh, am I gonna just flat out die? Don't do it. Don't do it. Hold on. There we go. Some of that. Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to play bottom left corner as a as we're a mobile player. Like, can you literally just not play bottom left corner? I can't remember from my times of playing mobile. You have your thumb on it, right?
You can just switch thumb. That's a thing I do sometimes whenever I'm being forced into bottom left corner.
Got it. This is our tier 10. This is always going to be tier 3 stats. So like, if you were to ever re-roll this, my advice would be pick 3 or 4 stats you're looking for. I've tried to roll down for an exact stat because it's like I'm playing ranger and I want range damage, and then you're just sad and you spent all your money and got nothing for it. So in like reroll situations like this, I always try to tell people pick like 4 stats that you really, really want, which it would be like max HP, probably melee or percent damage is still pretty good. HP regen's probably okay. Armor's really good, like a super premium stat right now. There's like a whole bunch of stats that
I was eyeing armor. I didn't even look at the just about now.
Yeah, I didn't even see it on the things because I was looking at the stat sheet on the right, like trying to evaluate, because like we're always trying to evaluate what's good here. But the 0 armor in our
extra
5
damage looks insane too. You're doubling the damage bonus we have currently, going from 14 to 26.
We also showed how bad we are at regenning, so we need to make those hits like a little bit smaller. But in our defense, we're going into wave 9, and wave 9's like usually pretty easy. But also on the flip side of this, we need to not die because we're, quote, trying to mimic playing on mobile, right? So let's go with the 3 armor. I probably over-index on armor a whole bunch. Stream will catch up someday. Let me turn on the heating pad. Simi James, quick question. How does percent damage work with other damages? It's an additive type of damage. Like your damage will be additive with this percent damage, not multiplicative. With the silver bullet, it's multiplicative. I hope that explains it. Or you'll have to go look up on the wiki pages that Eros Rising wrote for more information. Yeah, talk in my ear about this. Let me turn on the heating pad for the cat. Oh yeah, Sweeney James, we love, I'm still learning too. We love all questions around here. Sorry for the slideshow today. The frames are just like gone. I don't know why when I hop on a Discord call, they just die. The Discord call should not be taking that much bandwidth, but we're gonna muscle through. What do you think about all of this that's happening, Alex?
What rarity is the lightning shiv we have right now?
Oh, sorry, it's a tier 2. Smimmy James, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you.
You have 3 speed. Don't if the helmet didn't reduce speed, I'd probably try for that. It's not bad, I think.
It is very inefficient in terms of stats, but like, yeah, I wouldn't mind taking this. But also, like, you're going into wave 9. Do you need that much survivability for wave 9? Or are you more looking that wave 11's like terrifying that you want to like have it for this horde wave over here? It's like the interesting thoughts, or the thoughts that I think here of this, right? The other thought is like, do you ditch a weapon for this lightning shiv so that you can like have lightning shiv?
Probably not. We already have a lightning shiv.
Yeah, but do you ditch the claw so that you get a quick passive here, and then maybe you can combine up if you find another tier 2?
No, you're losing attack speed in that case.
Sure,
think that's a good idea.
But the extra bounces and other things help give you some safety, right? The extra bounces from every time this is like swinging, and because it's swinging so fast, you get a ton of bounces off it. Is like the thought. We can also look at the damage
Makes
that
sense.
everybody did. The hatchet being like the least, and the lightning shiv being like number 3. So like we could ditch the hatchet or ditch the claw for this like tier 3 lightning shiv as like an idea. And then maybe you find a tier 2 one and then you combine them up. I would probably ditch the claw. The hatchet's like way short range for you though. Like probably ditch the hatchet because it's too short range for like playing on mobile. It's just never going to give you much. The other thing is, we didn't see this earlier. This is one of the precise weapons that I was hoping to see earlier because this 45 lifesteal here is so good. Yeah. So this is the thought. Is like, do you ditch like a claw or a hatchet for this lightning shiv? Maybe.
Probably hatchet. Hatchet seems a better route.
So this is like one of the evaluations that you may or may not be doing, and you can look at all the damage they did. And it's like, well, we thought hatchet would be pretty good, and it does have a high base damage, but nothing is getting close enough to us for the hatchet to do much. So we'll just like ditch and grab here. This is like one of the small things. Also, you said helmet for armor. I agree with that. And then we gotta save this.
That was a maybe on the helmet. I'm not quite sure.
I agree with you on it, but I love armor. It's a little inefficient because you're tier 1 armor for
coffee.
Exactly. Free. We take this. This item's too good all the time, except for on SMGs, of course. But like, it's
Little Frog. We're already negative in that, so I think we lock that too.
I also like having one source of pickup range. It makes picking up the fruits so much better. I used to hate on pickup range, but I can't tell you the number of times I died for fruit falling too far away from me and me not picking it up and living. So
I like pickup range. I've never had that problem.
Barricade and Saturate are your go-tos. I like moving around in this game, so they are on my hated tier item list unless you're playing soldier or streamer. I like moving around in the game. So James, we talk about how good an item is here. I would say Barricade's really bad here. We have like no movement speed. We're not gonna be standing still that much because we have melee weapons. Maybe if you're playing a ranged like weapon or you have like really long range things, like Barricade's very good, but like I would almost never take it on this character. Like 99% of the time I'm not taking this Barricade. Anyways, let's go to wave 9.
Yeah, I didn't bring it up on purpose. That would bring us into negative speed.
Yeah, some negative speed, but like
doesn't sound too good.
The 8 armor is really good, but due to my boomer reflexes here at age 40, I gotta have that extra speed to compensate for my bad reaction times, right? And it's like, oh, you're not that old, your reaction times aren't that good. I'm no Grandmaster StarCraft 2 player anymore. Let me be very clear. That ain't happening anymore. So we're gonna follow the loot goblin around. We're also gonna play top right because playing bottom left is not an option currently. Yeah, old, exactly. Sure, run ton of fun. 55, there you go. James, you know what's up. We play the games where that are still fun to us. I can't. My hands don't do the same things they used to do when I was a top tier player. Started memeing with chat a little bit and got distracted. So we are still like fairly squishy, and our regen plan is 0, and we lifesteal and eat off the floor. This is an auto take. I think we've talked about how good Dangerous Bunny is like all the time. My spacebar is actually double hitting, so we missed out on one of the upgrades.
Dangerous Bunny is just extra potential items. That makes sense.
I cannot talk about.
I've skipped Dangerous Bunny pretty much ever.
Yeah, I wanted in my head that see Dangerous Bunny, take Dangerous Bunny, and as a meme, I take it on wave 19. I was just like, we take this shit. This item's too good. We have 2 armor.
Attack speed, both sound good.
I like armor here because our attack speed's already too high. Like, it's already so high. Like, we're getting like diminishing returns on the value from it, right? But I would never reroll this, I don't think. Do our minus 20 luck, and you're seeing above a tier 1 stat, and it's a relevant stat. People could take either of these, I feel. Let's take some armor. Lifesteal, max HP, elemental damage, and engineering. Someday the stream will catch up to you, I'm sure.
One of these days.
Poor internet.
Lifesteal or max HP would be... I am a fan of, but rolling is probably correct for one of the actually relevant stats.
I think any of these are like relevant, but going into the horde wave, I think we want like just like more percent damage or melee damage. Because damage is feeling a little light, and on the bigger enemies, they're not dying as succinctly as I would like. And we could roll into bigger max HP. Our minus 20 luck is like not great. So I would not bemoan anyone just taking these, but also we have 633 monies from annihilating the wave. So we got a little bit of money to play with. Okay. Just a little bit of money. You have tier 2 melee damage, tier 2 crit, tier 2 range, like making your weapons hit further away, and then tier 1 range damage, which I don't think we need to talk about that last one. Or internet. I just see it tanking over here.
A lot of blue. Melee or crit. Both
Yeah.
of those sound insane.
One of the things that you may think about as well too, due to being on mobile and having jank controls, that little extra range will go a long way. But I do like both of these. In terms of what's happening right now, probably the flat melee damage. Because we have weapons that scale 1-to-1 with it.
I take range if I've already rolled once and don't see much of anything useful otherwise, which happens sometimes. But
yeah, for sure.
I think I'd still take the damage first here. As I believe you've said before, range is only a relevant stat if you're already killing stuff quickly enough.
It can be a relevant stat on short-ranged melee weapons like plank and chopper and the ones that swing like that. It can be like a relevant stat. But it's just like based on play style and other things. I think you'll get a lot of value out of having range because your weapons will go a little bit further due to the jank controls on mobile. I auto bought in the first shop and have rolled us into like another shop that's actually interesting to talk about.
Yeah, I agree with all of those buys.
Yeah, I didn't think we would disagree. It's just like
I'd probably buy the fin here.
Absolutely buy the fin, 100%. 100%.
Baby Gecko is comfy because it lets you run away if you ever need to and still collect items. We have Sifty's Relic at home.
Yeah, this is the collecting the materials.
But it's probably not correct to do that. I don't know.
I like Baby Gecko. It keeps the floor from filling up. If you find a cute monkey, it helps activate cute monkey. Peaceful Bee I would only take if the dodge was relevant. The dodge is not relevant right now, so Peaceful Bee is like untakeable because we're just ditching
we
dodge.
have negative dodge by far, so yeah.
I have rerolled into the next shop into a lumberjack shirt, a torch, a turret, and a spear 3.
Lumberjack shirt is faster tree killing. We take.
We're typically killing them like as is, but we're ahead enough that I think we can luxury spend on a lumberjack shirt. Like a bit of a luxury spend on some, but like on some characters like Jack, I don't feel as if it's a luxury spend. You just don't want to fight the trees having infinite HP on Jack, right? Do you like selling our tier 1 spear and taking the tier 3?
I was going to just say that right now, exactly. So, scrap the tier 1 spear by the tier 3. It's damage.
Yeah, and it's pretty huge too. I'm not a big spear enjoyer, but it's becoming kind of a beast over here. And having just one of them, but with like 90 attack speed, feels really good. On mobile, do you take the bait? Bait just showed up. Or is bait terrifying on mobile?
No, bait's scary.
It's kind of terrifying.
I've tried it a few times, but the enemies with the 2 projectiles, I think it is.
Yes, they're called lampreys. The lampreys that show up are like one of the things that if you do take bait that we can talk about, like, because you're gonna have to get it clear on fishermen at some point, right? The thing to do when you take bait, have a plan. Have wave discipline, right? We talk about shop discipline, but what about wave discipline? The range on spear feels so bad because it solves problems tomorrow. It doesn't solve problems today. But having one spear and then the rest of these short range weapons, I'm a fan of. But all spear, I'm not a fan of. You get killed by things walking straight up to you.
Definitely, I agree with that.
Spears are on the other side of the map doing whatever they want to do, and just like somebody walks up to you and is like, yo, you're dead. So let's talk about like the wave discipline. So when the wave starts, I'm gonna go stand at like, and you've probably seen me play fisherman at this point, but I'm gonna go stand at this bottom right corner about here. And then you have this plan of they're always going to come in and then they slap against the wall, right? I don't think I did any like super crazy movement there. But like that is like the plan, to have them come charge at you and slap into the wall. What I would behoove of you is like, don't take it on an elite wave. Don't get distracted, because maybe you get distracted on an elite wave. But yeah,
if anything, lock it on an elite wave if it shows up.
Yeah.
And keep it for a non-elite.
Yeah, definitely, like, due to having the jank restriction of mobile controls, like, having wave discipline, though, will help you on Fisher, right? Quite a bit. Because this is what I even said to Chaotic Vice, who is, like, one of the plus 300 fishermen's in the world, like, one of two. I was like, man, your wave discipline is garbage. He's like, yeah, I'm just vibing over here. I was like, oh, man, you need to have some more wave discipline. That'll help you deal with the lampreys like a lot better. Did I collect all the materials and all these other things? No, but I kind of want to mimic like not diving in there and like, what if my controls are jank and we're just not moving a lot? So we're just surviving in the corner. Just get 50 boxing gloves and stand in the middle. Yeah. On Fisher, we like to just get Shredder and stand in the corner and shred the whole wave and go AFK for the last 10 waves. Quite literally.
If 8 lifesteal plus 2 doesn't sound too shabby, plus 6 max HP is fine. HP regen might be alright as well.
At this point,
roll for damage. At this
point, our damage is feeling pretty good on that. That max HP is actually looking rather appealing, because we're at wave 10, right? We have we've gone against the grain of what Alex would usually take. And my metrics are by like wave 10, I like to be around 50 HP, and I can finish the game with 50 HP, but like you want to have metrics in your mind of like, at this point in the game, where do I want to be, right? And you'll start building that in your mind now that we've talked about it, now that I've unlocked that in your brain. Where do I want to be? And HP, I think, is like a stat that you can talk about outside of like all of the potatoes except for like Hunter and Ranger, where they get less HP. But like as a general concept, it's like, where do I want to be with my HP? I definitely don't enjoy locking with handcuffs at 27. Like that shit is unhinged. But by wave 10, I like to have about 50. So that's where I would like go here, because our damage is already, that felt pretty good, right? Like that felt okay.
Noted.
And then this takes us up again. If the stream will catch up to you. Next slide, please, presenter. Next slide. Next slide, please.
What's a stream? I only know PowerPoint presentation.
This is our PowerPoint presentation with Alex. Yeah, it's hard to get all the frames over to Europe at this time. It's a little bit of a traffic jam.
We have 6 armor. Gummy Berserker sounds good.
Gummy Berserker, interesting. I value armor so much that, and our attack speed is so high right now, that Gummy Berserker is such a niche pick. Maybe I would take it if we're above 10 armor. If we're above 10 armor,
that would probably be a misplay. That makes sense.
It's like
Broken Mouth would be my second pick here.
Absolutely slam this, right? Because now that you know my metric of 50 HP.
I was going to say that even without knowing the metric.
Yeah, for sure.
Just it's $60. You get 5 extra max HP. It's fine.
I find buying Broken Mouth like at every stage
to burn anyway.
Yeah, like every stage of the game, buying Broken Mouth feels good. Like, I don't know.
And then we roll, I say.
Yeah, I like rolling here as well too. We could take a hedgehog, but like, we could find bigger, better things. Our speed is at 11, so I wouldn't mind taking the helmet.
Here it's plus 2 melee damage.
Like also the other thing is, don't roll your life away. You can take these smaller items that are less efficient, because you can. You've seen it on my stream. Roll your life away and find nothing. So like, we can take some of this and just be happy with that. Like that's fine, right? Like it's not. I think trying to fish for like the perfect thing is like kind of bad sometimes, right?
Greedy.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we see coffee, take coffee.
True.
Classic.
Yeah, you've seen the show before.
Power generators tempting. Probably lock that.
It's a little pricey when we can reroll, and if we're re-rolling here because it's one off, right? I probably wouldn't save it, and it's somewhat speculative for a lot of money. And we're on the horde wave, so I would prefer the roll down for something better. And if you're rolling, I would say don't lock this. But I'm also allergic to like defensive stats, speed being one of the best defensive and offensive stats that there is, right? The thing here is like I would be scared of this horde wave, and I hate saving money back for the horde wave, and I hate re-rolling with locking an item. But like here's like we will do the in between, but it's like, oh man, it feels so bad. Now we lock another item. Like I don't think we ever take white flag, but yeah. I also see James is like myself in that reading is fucking impossible. Like Shredder is unlocked. Yes, that's true. And remembering things is impossible. Anyways, I'm not re-rolling again with 2 locked items. Like absolutely
definitely not. We're trying to save up for the items we just locked anyways.
Yeah, exactly. You're only seeing 2 items. You're getting so much less efficiency. The way that I re-roll is like, will I be able to buy the things that I can re-roll is like typically the thing I ask myself. And if the answer is yes, like we can re-roll. But if the answer is no, like why are you wasting your re-roll money when the shop is going to be better next wave? There are people who like always re-roll to 0 and then they're like, well, I don't have anything. Well, you just spent like $100 re-rolling for nothing, when the next shop is going to give us so much. I am taking a few of the hits from the round boys because I'm trying to just like limit my movement, but like, yeah, this is like the huge damage that we have, and we're trying to just stay in the corner and face all of our weapons out at the enemies, right? We get the most value from spear. One of the things that you may see on my stream is that I run the spear diagonally across like aliens. Like if we run like this, we can run it across aliens. At the very end, we dive in for the fruit and all the money. Next slide, please, presenter.
Yeah, hugging the edge of the map and having a spear do work.
Yeah, spear is creating holes.
Something I do a lot.
Yeah, and then if you drag it down, so if a weapon in Brotato, like for example spear, like a melee weapon, you throw the weapon at the enemy, and then it hangs out there like a little bit, right? If it kills the enemy that it's on, you can drag it diagonally across the enemies in front of you. Like, I don't know if you've like seen this phenomenon, but you'll like, now that I've mentioned it, you'll probably start to see it as it happens. But like, this is how I get so much value out of like low attack speed, but high damage weapons. You drag it across diagonally. I'll see if I can do that in the next couple waves here.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen that happen before.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite aware how it worked, but I noticed something going on there.
Yeah, if your weapon does not kill the enemy, it will just twist in the enemy as you move, as it will try to come back to you because it's still targeting you. But if it kills the enemy, it stays like at its same, however it killed the enemy, its same angle, and then you can drag it across the enemies. Eros, I'm not playing on mobile, but Alex plays on mobile.
I take speed here because for that. Less speculative now, whatever the item was called.
Yeah, power generator. I agree. Either of these two. Yeah, speed and armor are the 2 takes here. This is your level 15 level up, so we could reroll, but we don't have to. Like, rerolling is dumb. We're going to come in here and buy the things we locked. And then take a look at a helmet, 1 armor, -2 speed, or a lucky coin.
Jesus, that's 30 crit. I think we're taking the lucky coin.
Oh, that works differently than you think it is. It gives you luck for every 1% crit you have. It'll put our luck at 2 for $221. It's not how much luck you have gives you crit. It's the other direction.
No, I meant the opposite.
Oh, you meant the opposite?
Okay. That's a lot of crit we have, so we're going to get a bunch more luck out of it, too.
Interesting. I would probably not buy this unless you're getting like 50 to like 70 luck out of it.
I like double scaling on stats I've already scaled. I don't know.
Oh, you like flipping. You like flipping.
Sense?
Yeah, flipping other stats into other stats. Flipping 1 stat into 2 stats. Yep. Coin hater, get the spear. I am a Eros is hating on coin. So Eros Rising is a coin enjoyer as well too. 10 out of 10 fix all your luck issues in one package. I hate all of you. Well, I'm taking this helmet too then. Meh, meh, meh. Also, I get to fix my armor problem over here, and we get to like re-roll. We're gonna like save the worm, and then we're gonna go next. Miss Will, later? We're phasing sometime? Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yep. Riposte? No? Okay.
We don't have any dodge. Riposte is like pretty bad to begin with. One of the ways that you can think about riposte is like if you already have like 30 dodge and you're playing melee, and you're having problems with like wave 14, and you can crank up your dodge to max. It's like, okay, well, like the wave 14 idiots will die when you dodge their like, you know, shots, like because their shot will hit you, right? And those idiots will die because they're just wandering around aimlessly everywhere and they're like clogging the whole wave. But like riposte is like pretty expensive unless you have a ton of dodge. Doesn't do a whole lot.
I've gotten into the habit of buying riposte not for its actual effect, but just for the +2 melee damage.
Yeah. That would be like buying the improved tools for the attack speed. It's just too pricey. It's too much. And we also have the like -11 dodge, right? So like I don't mind converting stats into other things, but like if we're on like cryptid or we're on ghost, it's like, oh yeah, all right. Yeah, I would take this because it has no downside. Like what if it had a downside? Can you imagine?
The downside is losing 30 resources, which we already have way more than.
Yeah, I like that you say that because nothing is free in this game. A lot of people will be like, oh, I picked it up off the ground. It was free. No, it has an opportunity. Everything in this game has an opportunity cost. Literally everything. That's one of the best parts about Brotato. It has like an opportunity cost. And like, it's so enjoyable to me to like think about it in these ways. Like, for example, because we took coin, this crit is even better, right?
I was about to say crit, yes. Crit or attack speed here.
Our attack speed's like, I don't think you ever buy attack speed unless it's coffee for the rest of the game. Would be the thought, because you have 100 of it. And you'll get so much value out of other things.
Anyhow, yeah, fingers here.
Yeah, how would we ever get rid of forearms? We're going to take the Cyclops form from last time.
And yes, that's melee damage. Purple.
Yeah, we are out of control on this. Like, this feels like I could skip to wave 20 right now. I'm looking at my stat sheet here, and I'd be like, it would be a little long of a fight. I would have to play, like, pretty well, but, like, just put me at, like, wave 20 right now. We're a little low on armor. We're probably a little low on
Ritual
damage.
Feels free.
Ritual's, the problem with this is it's really expensive.
Anyways.
It's really expensive. For like what you're getting out of it, we could go find like other things. So what you're like, I understand that it has no downside here, but like, I don't know, at 8 lifesteal and 6% damage, this is tier 1. This is just over tier 1, and this is tier 2, right? You're going to be paying for 3 tiers in stats, $50 per tier. That's like pretty expensive. Like, there's a way to like think about it. Yeah, Arrow says helmet is one of the least efficient items in the game. I can count the helmets I've bought in the shop on one hand, except wave 17 through 19 on Chunky. I just love armor so much, and I love the minus armor items. And you know how allergic I am to other defensive stats that I gotta cling to my armor arrows. Like, you're not wrong. I'm gonna just reroll this because like whatever.
Fascinating.
It is very inefficient, and one of the things about the game is you should think about the efficiency of tiers of stats that you're getting and then like how good they are. But I love armor so much. I love to have about 10 armor, and I don't have, again, even on this run right here, no dodge, no HP regen, just lifesteal. I would say yes, now that we fixed our luck, that Alien Tongue is okay. We already have 40 pickup range though. Do you really need more pickup range? We have 40. You can check it on your secondary.
I like pickup range. I will take pickup range any day.
An Alien Tongue enjoyer like myself. Improved tools gives 2x attack speed per gold compared to helmet, ignoring its structure ability. Oh, I agree. Improved tools is way better. Also, thank you for not saying anything about alienize. This is like against what we're doing. Our plan is to hit aliens with our weapons, and this does not improve that. We're having no problems hitting aliens with our weapons, so I would not buy alien eyes here. On some other builds maybe, but our HP
Definitely
is like
not.
our HP has to be like 100 for me to consider alien eyes. But yeah, Eros Rising is correct in the sense that helmet is so inefficient, but also I love armor and I hate all their defensive stats. So we have more helmets now than Eros has
weird
ever.
Food since we don't have dodge anyways.
Yeah, you got it. I'm in. And we fixed our luck stat as well too, so food is much better. Like our luck stat is like fixed, so we're healing for 8 on every food. Yeah. But we have more helmets
Someday
now.
I might consider swapping out the rare lightning shift for something else because we don't seem to be getting any of those anymore.
Yeah. It is still doing more damage than some of our other weapons, is the reason why I haven't brought this up. But yeah, if you look at our weapons, like it's doing the third most damage. Or actually Claw's doing some too. But like this is why I think Lightning Shift is like really, really good. And it hedges your bets on getting a like all 3 of our weapons here hedges your bets on getting handcuffs. It makes handcuffs so good. Because you get to dual stat on handcuffs. Anytime you can dual stat on handcuffs. We actually get to try stat now. Cactus Club, I'm not really banking on for that, but like, yeah, you actually get to try stat with our weapons on handcuffs if we ever see it. Oh, LOL, here's like Lightning Shiv.
Okay, right. Speaking of which,
I'm just gonna do that. I think. I don't know that. Have you ever taken Triangle of Power on mobile? It seems terrifying.
I've done it once. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good.
I could get. I posted that screenshot there.
We've literally dropped every single frame. This is just a podcast.
Perhaps Triangle of Power didn't show up, but I believe my well-rounded run had Triangle of Power that I picked up just about at the end.
Yeah, the way to think about it is, are you going to take 10 hits? Like, am I going to take 10 hits? Yes, no. When you have like a tardigrade and on Jack, right? You're like, well, I'm going to die in 2 hits on Jack, so fuck it, we take this, right? Or on Speedy, right? Well, fuck it, I'm going to die in like 3 hits. So fuck it, take it, right? The very fragile characters like Ranger and Hunter, fuck it, take it. You're going to die in 5 hits anyways. Like, you're not like...
or on super late waves, maybe?
Maybe, but like sometimes you're playing Lich and you're just going to take a ton of damage, right? So like, I don't know. It's just, are you going to take 10 hits is like the thought here. And the answer on like at least 4 of the characters in the game, no, because you're going to die if you take like 4 hits, like, or if you're having a bad time. And the extra damage from it is like very, very good, I feel. There's a minor thought to like
missile
armor here.
Seems pretty good, so probably lock that.
I'm kind of into missile. It's very inefficient on stats, but like, because you're getting tier 2 damage for tier 1 attack speed, but like we have so much. I don't mind. I think, and again, sometimes your brain turns off in terms, and I think you'll start thinking about the tiers of stats like after this, but like your brain turns off when you become powerful and you're just like, yeah, whatever, just like buy shit. Like who fucking cares? And you're like, oh, I'm good. Because sometimes it can feel too good. Oh, the +8 on fruit. Yeah, let's go. Because we could like re-roll and find other things. One of the good things that we could find now is like crit. We could find like sunglasses and other things. But yeah, we all have our own like play styles and our own choices that we make. Like Eros Rising is like not wrong in terms of like the efficiency of stats of items, but also I just like way over index on armor. I love armor so much, and the reason for that is because I take like no other defensive stats, right? We've taken 1 hit because I stood still from a there's a second hit because I'm running my mouth. But I'm also trying to move like very minimally because like we're trying to mimic what Alex has. So for example, this post that just showed up, it recycles for 26. No way in hell am I recycling this. Even though we don't have dodge, I want that to melee for 26 bucks. Like hell yes. One of the days the stream will catch up to you, but we're seeing engineering, max HP, range damage, attack speed.
It just popped up, thanks. This is probably 55 max HP, that's fine.
Yeah, you'll have to figure out like what you like to have in terms of max HP and these other things. I'm totally comfortable skipping max HP. One of the interesting things here, though.
I'd level.
Yeah, go ahead.
I take max HP one more time and then probably
Yeah,
no more unless there's nothing useful later on.
and these are all given at a premium.
60 seems like a good number.
Yeah, like, and these are all given at a premium. So re-rolling, kind of like, whatever. We'll take our 2 items that we had from last time. None of these are in. Well, actually, fighting stick might be interesting, but like, maybe. Like, do we ditch our lightning shift for a tier 3 fighting stick? I think it's like too short range.
Yes.
I feel. I don't know, but yeah.
We
like 20 more attack speed, right? I view a build like a cake recipe. I have a list of things I need to buy, and then I'm picky trying to get stuff on sale and at the best prices. Yeah, we're going to the store and we're looking for the best prices. Immediately punished for lightning shiv. That's fine. I'd probably buy like none of this. Like the way to think about wisdom is like, are you having troubles with the end of the wave? It makes the beginning of the wave harder. It's very expensive. Are you having troubles with the end of the wave? Like I buy it on streamer oftentimes because your percent damage is ticking down, right? I've also sometimes bought it when I had a couple triangles.
I buy acid here.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't mind this. Like the no downside acid. It's very inefficient, but like we'll work you into getting like efficiency and tiers on items and other things. I'm just so number one, adverse to rerolling at this point in the game. And I also play in a marathon safety way. So like these are the differences. Like Eros plays where he has cranked the damage sliders all the way to max, I believe, just not the movement speed on alien slider. So like we will all have like a little bit different opinions on like what is good, right? Or what could be good. But with this much attack speed, I feel that we can just sit mid and get the maximum out of all of our weapons, because having aliens come at you from every side means you're getting maximum value out of all of your weapons. And it's even wave 14. I don't feel unsafe, right? If I felt unsafe, I'd probably go stand in a corner and point all of my weapons outward in that 45 or in that 90-degree arc. And it's just as easier to like murder aliens, but we'll just stand mid and laugh and pick up all the materials. Yeah, Eros Rising. Like I agree that you have a ton of 100% games. But like contextualizing a bunch of your recent gameplay on 164%. So I think there's a lot more elasticity in the game at the 100% games than the 164, right? That like taking the inefficient items doesn't bust you too badly. It's like cake, yeah. How do you feel about this metal?
It's a lot of stat ups at the cost of just 4% crit. Doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah, for 36 bucks I'm taking it. Also speed is being duplicated. Now crit is like lowering our luck, but I don't really care. Because also I just start going on a spending spree when my stats are statted out like this. I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to turn off my brain and just keep buying things and vibing, right? It's like a problem. I'm gonna take this mushroom.
Cycle this. Want to keep at least some luck.
Really? Oh, I would take it.
Or is HP regen too important right now?
I don't think it's that important, but when you get, for my own personal metric, is that HP regen at 10 bucks per HP regen feels very good. Feels like really good.
Noted.
Like 15 bucks is the like pricey end of HP regen for myself. Now people may have other metrics for this, but I had to come up with this metric because people were like, fairy is good, and I was like, fairy is garbage. I almost never get it. And then I started to put out that metric of 10 to 15, 10 being incredibly cheap per and 15 being incredibly expensive. I found myself buying fairy a bunch. Turned out to be pretty good. So this is why I like put out these metrics or other ththings, right, to think about it in this way, and maybe you'll start to incorporate that in your own play.
Looks fine.
The downside is like 2 down, I think, with the minus range and because we're already at minus range already, and the dodge doesn't do anything for you.
Right.
But like it does get your luck back, so you are buying a secondary stat. So I would not bemoan this because we're also like pretty far ahead. I think the rest of these are things we would not buy. We have a Lost Duck Strange Book.
Yeah, scary.
The what was this?
There on the first screen there was a peacock that was
pretty scary. Yeah,
that would have been scary.
If anything, you lock it into the wave 16, but yeah.
Duck here sounds like a good idea. Get the.
We also need crit for coiner. It looks
bad.
Grab luck. I don't disagree with that. The other thought here is, do we take flaming brass knuckles to turn on flaming damage and trade it out for this claw?
No. No. What would we even replace it with?
You trade out claw for flaming brass knuckles.
Fascinating. No, that doesn't sound efficient enough.
Really? I would probably do this.
$124 and we're trading a weapon for that.
It only costs 104 because you're recycling the claw, but yes, true. But like this is a thought. I just want to put this thought in your
expensive.
Head. Yeah, I want to put this thought in your head of like, what if you turned on having burning damage? Like, what's the thought? Is this good? Is this bad? I think our damage is so high it doesn't matter.
Elemental.
Oh, we'll have 2 elemental because we'll get the passive. We'll get the passive. We'll double our elemental damage. So like we're hedging in the way of like making the handcuffs better if they show up, right? We're making the handcuffs better if they show up. Stop thrusting. Stop, please. This is an auto buy, I think.
Anyhow, I think roll.
Yeah, I rolled, and then we bought a thief dagger, and then we're going next wave. And we'll see a rhino here someday on stream when the frames catch up, or Framely. I keep getting hit by this. I'm taking a lot of hits here. Let's not do that. I'm going to fight the rest of the wave rather than fighting the boss because I feel that the wave is going to stack up on me pretty badly. So I'm just fighting the rest of the wave rather than the boss. I also need to stop running my mouse, so give me a second. All the plus fruit healing. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're back up. The way that you can fight Rhino too is like run him into the wall, but also you can just fight the rest of the wave and not care about Rhino. Because you have that option. Ooh, ow. I'm doing a very poor job of almost like not dying. Kitty, hey. Fuck off. Hold on a sec. She's like getting into something. 1 sec. We'll let the frames catch up as I'm at 7 hit points here because I did a bad job. Offhand cat here.
Recycle the mutation.
Yep, I agree. I hate mutation.
Someday this will load.
There's so many frames dropped. Oh, it's so bad.
Melee damage.
But then it goes back to like full bit rate, and then I don't disagree with that. We just auto slam that. I don't know that there's much to talk about on this like shop screen. Wave 15 is the last time you can take harvesting as like a general idea for it.
It still hasn't loaded. There we go.
Yeah, it's so far behind.
Just as I say that.
Yeah, it's so far behind.
16 harvesting is kind of stacked, though -1 armor. You said you love armor, but I think taking 1 here is reasonable.
It's too late though. It like won't pay for itself. And we don't have a crown, and like we get nothing else from harvesting, right? So like at wave 15 it's a little too late. For the most part. After wave 10 I'm trying to like tamp down my harvesting taking, but you've seen it. I think we just like move on from it, like, oh, it's too much.
Perfect.
So like as an idea, like wave 15 is like one of the last spots that you can take, like tractor or blood donation. If you have a ton of XP gain, like maybe there's some thought there, but I don't know. It's pretty late. Like just grab the other stats. Unless it synergizes with your character, right? Because like if you're on Masochist, you're going to be taking the blood donation at any time that it shows up, right? Or on Bull, right?
Statue's funny, as mentioned before.
Yeah, it's like really funny. It's just like, we could take it, but we have like 116%. We could go find other things. I don't feel due to our very high consumable heal, I'm gonna take this duck because like you have buffed your luck stat. This is buffing your luck stat. Consumable heal right here is buffing your luck stat. Like an idea. This
I'd definitely take the duck too. I was just talking about statue because I brought it up earlier in the run.
Yeah, for sure.
From like wave 3.
We've seen it. I think we've seen statue like twice or 3 times now during this run as well alone, which is very weird.
Twice.
Yeah.
I would have brought it up again if it popped up again.
I'm gonna take this tree. I think most people take tree. I like this black belt and this lucky charm, and then we'll just go next. Actually, one more. Grab a cute monkey and go next. I think this run is like over. Like again at like what was it, wave 12 or 13, I would have just like ran at the like wave 20 bosses if we could skip to it. I think this is how Gladiator can get so much power. So like one of the like small adjustments is that anytime during like waves 1 through 5, don't take hit points. I would urge you. You're putting yourself like behind by taking hit points.
Okay, so that's what I need to change, probably.
Yeah. But everything else you've said.
Harvesting.
Yeah, you can roll like up to 2 times for harvesting. Taking hit points is actually making you less safe because you're doing less damage, and the things can walk up to you even more. And because you already know about the reroll of like shops 1 and 2 to stack out your like weapons like really hard, right? Because it's guaranteeing you 2 weapons. Also, don't be afraid if you have a bad start and you're just going for a win. Just like dump the game and like start over. Just start over. It's fine. You're going for a win. If you have like the first 2 shops don't give you any weapons and you're like, wow, I have 2 weapons after the first 2 shops, just start over. Like just go again.
We reset and we reset apparently. I don't like resets though.
Okay, you like to play it out.
I do fresh fall streaking for a reason.
Yeah, you play it out. I love that. This is why I do the rotating streak, right? How do you feel about an alien baby?
15 HP stacked.
And it's the best scaling thing in the game. The enemies run at you faster. They get here faster so I can kill them more. I usually only take this item if it's 50% of your HP, 40 to 50% more HP, and you have an ugly tooth. Because like that extra 8% enemy speed on Invoker is like really annoying on the like last one. And we also have so much HP, I don't think we're dying. But also we have no dodge, so like having a huge health pool to like take hits and recover is like, I don't mind either of these, but these are the talking points, right? These are the talking points of like Alien Baby that I talk about. We've also said let's not take any more hit points after 60, and now we're up to like what, 92. Gambling token, I'm going to nuke because we're not doing dodge this game, and then we get offered tier 3 of all of these lifesteal, dodge, harvesting, and 12% damage. What is good here? I don't know. It's like an interesting thought.
Damage or lifesteal? Yeah, we're at 8% lifesteal. Adding +3 to that seems alright.
Yeah, I'm pretty into the lifesteal. I was looking at that the most. You could take the 12%. You could roll for other things. There's a weird food here. We were talking about stacking that out. 3 weapons we don't want, so I'm going to re-roll. And then we're offered leather vest, baby gecko, black belt, and gnome. Which, by the way, you fucked me on gnome here because we didn't pick up the flaming brass knuckles. You fucked me, Alex. We got our 10 elemental damage right here. No, what do you think about this shop here?
I think we're all right on melee damage. Don't need the black belt.
Yeah, the XP gain is awfully
leather
late
vest.
well
we have
too.
Health to burn.
I also love armor, even though dodge is giving
Oh,
us
and
nothing.
Gnome is insane. Okay, right.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, Gnome's insane. Like, yeah, this is like an auto take. And then we could probably just do this and like go next, right? I like to spend all my money, even if like Baby Gecko's like not that good. I like to spend all my money before going into an elite, so I don't feel bad and die. I like to run circles around Mom at the very beginning to try to get her to phase, and then with our current build, I think we can just farm like the whole wave and then eventually kill her. Like, we can just like run around. So many fruits will be dropping, and I don't think we'll have a problem here. But one of the things with farming is if we get a bunch of fruit on the ground, we can like waddle up to Mom like this and just run straight in. And all the fruit that you eat as you like, you're like, oh, dying a little, back out, back to circles, back to circles. Back in here, we're going back in. I don't think any of the movement here is like too crazy, right? In the sense that you'll be like playing on mobile.
It's a circle, I guess.
Yeah. And that's like the power that you can feel. Is like sometimes you got a limit test where you're like, how powerful am I? Oh, I am like really powerful. But I would not play that way if I had a triangle of power, because you're just going to be taking like way too many hits. I also think, and I'm going to look while the stream catches up, that this lightning shiv did the most damage last wave. Oh yeah. Oh, spear actually did the most damage at 39,000, but lightning shiv at 31,000. The damage numbers are so high because she spawns so many aliens, and I like to farm it out if I'm feeling powerful, right? If you're not feeling powerful, you can just like kind of run from her and fight the wave, right? Do you like 24 bucks or a boiling water?
Anyhow, recycle boiling water, of course.
Really? Oh, lightning shiv hater. Estes couch, we're not talking about this. I'm recycling this shit. Give me something to talk about, game. Like, are we fucking serious? This is not really anything to talk about.
I don't think anyone was going to defend Estes couch there now.
Correct. No.
Crit.
I would take the crit there. That's not a bad choice, but also like it's at tier 1 and you're at wave 17 and we have 50 luck. Like, I don't really want to take a tier 1. So I've rerolled all the way to here.
Fine, we can roll that. That makes sense.
I've rerolled all the way to here.
Armor or melee damage.
I'm into the armor. It keeps offering us dodge at tier 3. This is the problem with turning off a stat, is we offer these tier 3 stats where you're like, oh man, if I didn't turn off dodge, I'd have 18% dodge here that we would have just taken tier 3, right? Like, I'd probably take the range here because our negative range is going to make it kind of hard for you to play on mobile. And it's like, I like to have about 0 range is like a general concept.
Yeah, okay. Range sounds fine.
Yeah, so keeping it at about 0 is like where it's at. I don't think I ever take a peacock this late. Have you taken peacocks this late? It leaves the door open for losing. I have never taken
peacock just overall.
Oh, okay.
So
if you see one going into wave 9, you should try taking it and get like 4 or 5 level ups off of wave 9 alone. Because like wave 9's a celebratory wave of just like all these small aliens. I would encourage you to take it into wave 9. Outside of that,
at this point, I think we've got the bill already, so Blood Leech seems fine.
Yeah, we just click buttons. I'm gonna click a peacock because clicking buttons. Click buttons. There's like nothing to talk about. We could esoterically talk about this is the best stat to like go for or whatever, but also we could just stand here AFK and like whatever, right? Oh no, we're taking some hits. I guess I'll move a little bit. No, I had to move. This is the like problem with having like a weird composition of weapons and how they all swing differently, is that you can't just like stand still.
Wow, you took wisdom. I'm surprised.
The game's over. I'm just buying things. There's no reason to take wisdom here, because the wisdom you should only take if the end of the wave is a problem, and like nothing's a problem for us right now. Like, that would be the way to contextualize wisdom, at least the way I contextualize wisdom, because like every item is takeable, right? Even the bad items, like mutation is really bad, where it's like 1 range damage, 1 elemental damage, and -3 speed. Mostly because I value speed so much, and I don't take it a lot. The other item is Gummy Berserker, where you have range and attack speed. We have a bait here. Whoops, my spacebar is like, I need to do mouse shopping. I'm taking the 9% speed. I just don't think there's anything else to talk about. Like, we can even buy this garden and this black belt and this energy bracelet and just whatever, go next, right?
Speed.
Yeah, the speed is like too good.
Yay.
But also the discipline to fight the lampreys on the wave here. I didn't go stand bottom right. They kind of like messed me up. So again, having that discipline. We're also going to try to fight the wave 20 bosses with as little movement as possible. Or just not like crazy movements of dodging like all the spheres and everything else. I think we have enough damage that we'll just be able to like get in there and it won't be a problem. But yeah, the minus luck on Gladiator can be a problem. That extra move speed from the buffed up guys. That 8% is like screwing me up as well too. So that's another thing to think about, especially like when you play Hades, where like you're like, oh well, the extra haste from the Pact of Punishment is actually like,
I dislike forced overtime immensely.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So taking the alien baby here has messed me up like a little bit in that way, to be like, oh yeah, I was used to them coming in at this speed and now they're coming in at a higher speed, right? All of these are takeable for different reasons. Which one do you like? And we'll take that one.
Oh hell yeah. All of these are stacked, yes.
Yeah. Which one do you like?
That.
Emo looks, we're dropping all the frames. This is a podcast we're doing.
Considering we are currently on wave 20, this is probably an HP regen.
You're gonna take HP regen here? Cool. On Reddit, someone was like, you gotta
Round
have a
6.
Yeah. Someone on Reddit was like, you gotta have a lot of HP regen. I was like, God, dog, this guy has 25 or like 30 HP regen. What do you mean is a lot? He's like 45 plus. And I was like, what the hell? 45 plus? Like, are you playing Bull? Like, yeah, sure. Like, but
That's
like
insane.
regular characters? Like, what? Okay. And yes, Emo Looks, this is a slideshow presentation because my internet is shitting itself right now. I've done calls before and live streamed to them and to Twitch, and it's not been a problem, but it literally can't handle the phone call right now. So
what are your thoughts on Thundersword here?
Thundersword, it's probably pretty great because we have so much elemental damage on top of it, and it slows down the enemies.
I'd probably trade the claw for that.
Yeah, it also slows them. It has this slowing effect that we want. We want like this secondary effect here, the taser effect, is very good. I also like sunglasses.
So we agree.
Sunglasses is one of the most efficient items in the game. Look how efficient this is. You're getting over tier 4 crit, like tier 4.5 crit for tier 1 armor. Oh, it's so good. And
Definitely.
for our lightning sword, and because I don't want to like talk about any more items because we're like done, we'll save these for the next game. Whoosh. But people always buy fairy, so they always have 45 regen. Oh, and they have all these other garbage tier 1 items in there things. So I follow the same direction that the thing is spinning. Then we just chill, like snuggle up, and then we're gonna let Invoker run away. We're just gonna let him run away. Go away, bud. Get out of here. Get out of here. We just spin to win, right? And then in phase 2 on Predator here, the one with the balls spinning around him, he actually can't walk up to the sidewall here, so we can just sit right here. He can't walk up to me. Like, he's literally boxed out of walking up to me. Now, the mobile client may be different, but in phase 2, he can't walk up to you. He can only walk so close to the edge. I just like found this out the other day. I was like, fuck, I'll just like be down here.
That's hilarious.
I'll just be down here. If he's boxed in further and can't walk to me, sure, I have a little bit problems of like dodging some stuff, but I get to place myself where I want to in the corner so that I can't get surrounded by other aliens. And it's like, oh, okay, well, that's like
some boss abuse right there.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the arena is smaller for that boss in phase 2. Fuck yeah, bud. Like, all right. What a run. The Vigilante ring giving us 36% stats. Like, Jesus Christ. Man with 4 helmets claims other people have garbage tier 1 items. Yeah, I need to protect myself from other people throwing all this hate and all this shade at me. Like, people just throw stuff at us. So Alex and I are wearing 2 helmets each over here, okay? Like, come on. Like, you got to wear... They told me to wear protection, so we got both heads covered. Boom. There we go. With that said, what a cool run. This run actually is like very different from like my usual grab precise weapons. We grabbed some like primitive weapons even, right? And then some elemental weapons still doing a ton of damage.
This is actually pretty close to a run I'd play, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
except for
cool
the bait, I'd skip on those. Definitely.
Yeah, I would encourage you to start taking them past like wave 12 or wave 14, I would encourage you to take them because they should be incredibly free. Helmet is great, says Dagon Crow. Armor's OP. We have an extra helmet for you, my friend. It's so inefficient, but
you have 4 of them. Take one.
Yeah. Yeah, helmet not good. No, it's not very good. So I would find like later in a run where you're like wave 15 plus and you're feeling strong, just take a bait and then you get comfortable taking it, right? And you start taking it earlier and earlier and earlier. It will get you killed occasionally, but that's that wave discipline we were talking about, because I think you have good mechanics, these other things. You have good thoughts about the game too. It's just your early thoughts of being so scared about HP is puts you behind a little bit in terms of like having enough damage. But you're not wrong, but you'll find the right amount, right? So
I think my mechanics are worse than my decision making.
Yeah, you die on the wave. Yeah, true. I would probably agree with that. Final thoughts for chat besides that helmet is awesome.
I should probably stop picking health early on. That's my main takeaway.
Yeah. That was like very interesting to me, where you're like, I'm going to take 3 health in a row. I still want to continue to take health. So like, just try your runs with taking like no health and no defensive stats from like waves 1 to 5. It's like a way to try it out, right? Like, how does that feel? And I know we want to win every run because we're winners around here, but like, how does that feel? Oh, that felt good. Or, oh, that felt bad. This can like change your view, right? Or making me play fresh file or making me play not dash at cursor. I'm going to be like, oh my God, the game's so much easier.
No, it'll take some getting used to. I'm not going to lie to you. It's like learning a new aspect.
Yeah, and all these things are like learning. Like, we love to learn to get used to things, so we put these like different restrictions on the game and other things. So I would encourage you to do that here. With that said, that's the end of the show. Thanks everyone for being here, and we will see you next time. Whoops, not that button, that button. And then I click this button and this button over here.